Hey, what's up, guys? I want to talk about something today that happened back in high school, right in the not very beginning, but close. And I pretty much came like 1% away from getting expelled. And I want to talk about it, so here we go. Now, I can't lie, I was not the best student in school. If you've been watching me for a long time, you all fucking know that. And, I wasn't like trying to go in there and just purposely get in trouble. Well, sometimes I kind of like expected it, but I didn't like try to get caught doing things or try to fight a fucking teacher. I heard this one story about a kid that went to my school who, no joke, came in one day in a bad mood and just punched a teacher for no fucking reason. It's like, come on, dude. Why? They're just trying to teach you and make their goddamn money, you prick. Like, imagine being in that dickhead's class. Like, you're just sitting there in the front and the teacher gets up and he's like, hey guys, so please open your textbooks to page... Just gets fucking punched for no reason. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd probably just leave school at that point. But anyway, completely getting off topic here. But anyway, I really wasn't as bad as some of the people at my school. But anyway, on this certain week when this happened, I was trying to be like the best student I could be. I was like staying out of everyone's ways. Because during the past few weeks before this, I was really being a prick and just like getting in a bunch of trouble. And I kind of knew I was on thin ice because I feel like if I fucked up bad one more time, it would become like, a problem like suspension or maybe worse, because I got in school suspended a fuck ton of times before this. So I was being good, right? And then the day came, and when you hear this reason, it's actually fucking ridiculous, okay? I woke up, 7 a.m., took a shower, like rushed because I was kind of running late, got on the bus to go to school, and when I get off the bus, and I'm like walking in through the front doors, I realize I didn't eat breakfast. And usually this isn't a problem for me. I used to skip breakfast all the fucking time. But on this certain day, my stomach was fucking eating itself, man. It was not good. It felt like my own stomach was sucking its own dick. Like, it just didn't feel good. And stomachs don't have dicks, but I'm just trying to let you know, it felt fucking weird, okay? So I'm sitting there in class, first period, and I'm just like, why the fuck did I skip breakfast? Why didn't I go up to the cafeteria? Like, why'd I come here first? And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. So I get up, right? I ask to go to the bathroom. And I go into the hallway, right? To try and go up to the cafeteria to get something, and I get up there and they're fucking closed. And I'm like, don't skip class, don't leave school, don't go to Dunkin' Donuts across the street. I know their donuts are really good, but just don't do it. And then I just decided, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. So I text my friend who's just a complete, I don't like using this word to describe someone, but like literally he calls himself it. He says he's a fuck up, like he's just like, I'm a fuck up. And that means he's just pretty much doesn't care. Like, he didn't care about school. He'd fucking smoke cigarettes in the bathroom, leave every single day, and they never expelled him, which was kind of funny because, like, I used to fuck with him a lot. Be like, dude, are you sucking off one of the staff members' dicks? Like, are you just sucking his dick in between classes? Because, like, he would never get in trouble. He used to do such bad shit, and he'd always get caught. But they'd never, like, suspend him. And when they did, it was for, like, 2 days max, and it'd always be in school, not out of school. But I'd get out of school for doing the dumbest shit. Anyway. Back to what I was saying, I texted him, and he's like, yeah, I'll go to Dunkin' with you. He's like, yo, I found this new way to get out of school and not get caught, right? The camera's not over there. I was like, oh, shit, dope, that's perfect, because I don't want to get in trouble, right? So he gets out of class, I meet up with him, we walk over to this door that I never went out of before, and I'm like, are you sure there's no camera around here? And he's like, I don't know, I think there is one, but they never have it on. And I was like, are you sure, dude? Like, I really don't feel like getting caught. Like, if I do, I'm sure it won't be the worst thing in the world, but, like, I just rather not deal with it. He's like, all right, fine, I'll try something else. And I see him walk over to the bathrooms, right? And right next to the bathroom door is the fire alarm. And I see him lift the thing up that makes it so you can pull it. And I was like, no, he's not gonna. Like, he's not gonna. It's a fucking joke. Obviously, he's kidding, right? Like, no one would do that. That's the dumbest thing you could do. Like, you see it in all the movies. You never get away with pulling a fire alarm. And I see him fucking pull it. And the noise comes on. The loud-ass screeching noise for the entire school. Everyone starts piling out of their classrooms. And we just run through the door. Like, I'm just going. I'm not turning back, right? So I go over to Dunkin' Donuts, get my donuts and my coffee, right? I was good in terms of not hungry anymore, but now I just had this new feeling in my stomach of like guilt and just, why the fuck did I do this? Why didn't I stop him? Like, I didn't think he was being serious, and I said that to him. I was like, dude, why the fuck would you do that? Like, they're gonna catch you. He's like, nah, dude, I've done it before. I was like, no, you haven't. He's like, yes, I have. I was like, you're such a fucking liar. Like, I didn't believe him. I still don't. Anyway, we walk back over to school, and everyone's in their lines, like their fire safety lines thing. And then I'm like, fuck, I need to get to my class quick. Because I realized that I needed to be in line for them to take attendance. And if they see that I'm out of line / like missing, they're going to create like a whole fucking squad to come searching for me, like a search party. And I'm not trying to deal with that, right? So I run over to my attendance line outside of the school. Like, my whole class is sitting there in line while she's taking attendance to make sure everyone got out okay. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, please tell me she didn't call my name already. And I hear her just go, Austin, one more time. Austin, you here? And I raised my hand. I was like, yeah, just got here. Sorry. She's like, what took you so long? I was like, nothing. I was in the bathroom. She's like, you took a long time. I was like, I know, it was an emergency. And she's like, all right, cool. And we sit there for like 5 minutes, and they finally give us the okay to go back into school, right? And I walk in, and like security's all over the school, like trying to figure out why the fuck it went off, right? And they're like, someone pulled it. And I'm just walking by, like thinking to myself, like, please don't fucking catch us. Like, just catch him. Don't pull me into this. Like, I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want him to pull a fucking fire alarm. So I get back to class, right? And I sit down, get through that class. It finishes. Go to the next class, get through that class, and it's done. I'm like, okay, maybe they just don't give a fuck. Like, maybe that camera really isn't on, and they didn't see on the security camera that it was me and him, right? I was like, good shit. Like, life isn't my favorite today. I'm not going to get in trouble. I go to the next class. I sit down, and I'm like, what a great day. What an interesting day. And then all of a sudden, after like a good 2 minutes, I just hear the announcements come on, and I hear, Austin to the front office, please? And I was like, fuck. Anyway, no, I was just kind of pissed off and depressed because I was like, yep, here goes. Like, I'm about to get executed by my principal. So I go up there, and I sit there in the office, and she's sitting there just looking at me. And my friend's sitting next to me in the office, just, being awkward and waiting for her to say something. And she's just like, I'm really disappointed in you two. Like, you've just both been constantly getting in trouble. Like, we're gonna have to kick you out. And my friend starts freaking out, like begging her. He's like, please don't do that to us. Like, my dad will kill me. Like, he'll literally kick me out of my house if I get kicked out of school. And my friend's dad was kind of a dickhead, so I believed him. And then she looked at me and she's like, what do you think? And I was like, well, believe it or not, I know I say this a lot, but I honestly had no idea he was gonna do it. Like, I really didn't have a part in this. And she's like, don't lie, I saw your face when you were walking out on the camera. You were smiling. And I was like, smiling. More like absolute terror. Like, I was not smiling. Show me the footage. And she immediately changed the topic, which is like, I win. I wasn't smiling, you liar. But we ended up getting in-school suspension for like a week, which sucked. But the teacher in there was fairly cool, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But yeah, we almost got kicked out for good. They literally said, we're going to have to kick you out. And then my friend begged her like a fucking dog, and we got out of it, which is pretty awesome. Be a good student, dude. Like, that's the moral of the story. Don't let your stupid-ass friends pull fire alarms in front of you. You know what? Even better moral. Eat fucking breakfast, man. Just eat the most important meal of the day, and you won't run into this problem. Like, just eat fucking breakfast, and world peace will be achieved. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah. I guess you should actually eat your breakfast, though. Like, just low-key. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this funny / kind of crazy story. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
Straight. My boss is a fucking bitch. Matter of fact, you can tell that hoe I fucking quit. I just got $1 for a raise. What the fuck is this? I can make more money on the train doing fucking flips.